Hello, everyone, and welcome to Walking Between Shadows. I'm Taryn Elliott.
And I'm Ben Elliott.
We're here to talk about Debbie and Ambria tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to update what we've learned about Debra and Ambria.
And it's been a lot.
Well, yeah, it's been a lot, but it's also been a lot of what we suspected too.
Right, it has.
Yeah, and we've had people that have just repeated information to us a couple of times over and over again. We're starting to feel like there may actually be some pressure out there towards us and even towards some of these folks. We feel like there's also maybe a chance there's some answers coming.
Yes, we do. We feel like they are.
Yeah, so I took the time to talk to some former law enforcement officers that were involved in the case, and they were very revealing about what we suspected all along, what we talked about. Firstly, I'd like to say that it still falls to the Sheriff's Department to talk about this to the public if they've made it clear twice, not just to me, but to Debra's brother, Tommy Gilliam, that they've wrapped it up.
Right.
And the simplest thing here is either tell what they found or act on the last bit of information that they have to close the case. And we personally feel like it's an attack to the public safety that they don't do that. We personally feel like they keep people in danger and they stress people. And I guess the last thing is just the emotional strain that it puts on Debra and Ambria's family, especially.
Right.
And we say that just the same as we say to the accused. You know, if you're accused in this case and need these answers too, and that's stress that you don't have to live with anymore. So in talking to those people, we definitely learned there are some misguided things that happened in this case in the investigation, and we'd like to discuss that with the county.
Right.
So we talked about submitting a Freedom of Information request to the Gibson County Sheriff's Department, and I'll say here it is. This is the letter that's being submitted, and here's the official Freedom of Information request that's being sent out. Again, you still have time to get your name in the hat to be added to this letter, and what we've decided to do by legal counsel, and the suggestion that they gave to me was submit one letter and just copy everybody's name onto the letter, and within that, we also are submitting a personal request to the sheriff to talk to us about this. And in that letter, we also say that everyone's name that's listed on the Freedom of Information request is attached at their request and has given us permission to share their name in this letter. And so those are going out first thing Monday morning. We've had to delay it a couple of times because of information and people wanting to get information to us on the letter. But the timing works out well. We still are going to have another episode soon where we talk to some of Debra and Ambria's family and friends and have them here in studio with us and discuss this thing openly.
Right, and the effects that it's taken on them over the 23 years that it's been open and just unhealed.
Yeah. It's been overwhelming, the amount of people that have been willing to talk to us off the record. Let us know that they feel unsafe because they don't have answers in this case, and it's people that aren't even associated with the case. They hear the story that we tell, and it shocks them to think that this thing, the ball got dropped. The ball just simply got dropped, and it's still out there rolling around somewhere. We're waiting on somebody to pick it up and run. But we both feel by talking to these people that along the way, they also have maybe helped push the Sheriff's Department into action and doing something about it. So again, I'm going to say to everybody that's currently holding office in the legal system in Gibson County, please talk to us. We want to hear what's really going on out there. And we understand it'll be within the boundaries or restrictions of what you can and can't talk about. But we want to hear from you. We want to hear from everybody.
And we've heard from several retired officers, and we've heard from, we actually heard something about Ambria's backpack this past week that we didn't know anything about too, if you remember that.
Oh, yeah, the backpack. It was found on Estes Esquire Road.
And that's in Gibson, Tennessee, right?
Yeah, over in Gibson. And crime was quite a bit of a distance away from the crime scene.
And we encourage everybody to go back and watch episodes 1 through 3, or you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Buzzsprout.
Yeah, Buzzsprout. We're
Buzzsprout.
on 12 or 14 platforms
Okay.
now. So, and we've gotten all of them listed on those platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts. And if you can't find us on Apple Podcasts, go to Buzzsprout, and that will show all the platforms that we're currently published on. And of course, YouTube. And if you go to YouTube, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and also hit the bell so that you know when we've posted new content, you get notified.
We're hanging on to this. We want to see this through as far as we can, anyway.
Yeah.
So next week we're going to talk about Krista Pike.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, and this is an evil bitch.
Yeah, to say the least.
And we've been feeding her, in Tennessee for 27 years now?
Yeah, we've been feeding this bitch for 27 years.
Well, we're going to talk about her. Hopefully we'll have that out by Sunday.
Yeah, and you know what's really terrible about this is she went all the way through the mandatory appeals process and exhausted the mandatory appeals, and the state has granted her another appeal.
Oh, of course. They're going to keep doing that.
Oh, yeah. So,
she's lived off of them for 27 years.
Yeah, when she was sentenced, the youngest woman to ever be sentenced to death, and the youngest woman on death row, the only woman on death row in the state of Tennessee.
Since 1837.
Yeah, so quite a long time. But look forward to this, because you're going to hear of the tragic case where this bitch was sick.
Yeah, we're going to cover the mutilation and sacrifice of Colleen Slimmer.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Exactly.
A sacrifice. And she didn't care. She laughed about it.
She did.
All right on. That's our update this week on Debra Harris and Ambria Halliburton. We look forward to hearing from somebody about this soon.
Yes.
And we'll keep you updated when we get a reply. There's a 20-day period, a 20-day working period, that we should get a reply from the sheriff's office on this Freedom of Information request. Hopefully when we get information back about the Freedom of Information request, that'll be about the time we have Tommy, Rebecca, and Christy Sedlock on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I am too. You know what I'm looking forward to also?
What's that?
I'm looking forward to us potentially going out and getting the first ghost story done.
I am too, but I think we might send some of the younger ones out for that.
Oh no, you're going on one. You're going on one. Yes.
If anybody wants to go on one of these with us, why are you doing this to me?
Because I want your genuine reaction to them. That's what's going to be fun.
I'm going to be cussing like a fucking sailor.
Well, that's all right. It's all right. I'll put a piss cutter on you, and you can do that.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Thank y'all, everybody. We'll see y'all next time.
And thank you, baby, my beautiful wife.
Thank you, my amazing husband.
Yep. See you next time.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. This has been Walking Between Shadows. Again, I'm your host, Ben Elliott, and my wife, Taryn Elliott. Look for our next episodes coming soon, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.